Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. One of the common questions that people normally ask us is there a concept of bank in Islam? To understand this question, we need to understand the correct definition of bank. How we define banking institution or how we define a bank. If you define a bank as a lending and borrowing institution which works on interest, then obviously the conclusion would be there is no concept of bank in Islam, because Islam does not allow any business model that works or operate on the basis of interest. However, it is an incorrect definition of bank. This is a definition of conventional bank that operates on lending and borrowing of money on interest. However, the broader definition of a banking institution is that banks are financial intermediary. They connect people those who have surplus funds to those who need funds. And this type of institution can be based on the model of lending and borrowing. Then we will call it a conventional or interest-based bank. And we can also structure these institutions on the basis of trade and investment process. So whereby an Islamic bank or a bank which is not a lending and borrowing institution will collect money on the basis of partnership from its depositors and then use that fund in the form of trade and investment to fulfill the financing need of its customers. So an Islamic bank can be correctly defined as a financial intermediary, but that works on the model of a trading and investment house that provide funds to its customer based on the basis of real modes of trade and finance and investment, and they collect money on the basis of partnership, either musharaka or mudarba. So if you understand this difference, and one more important difference is that all the partnership, trade and investment activities has to be within the bound of Islamic Sharia, and you have to follow the Sharia law in terms of what you do and what you cannot do in your trade and investment processes. So if you understand this difference, the argument that there is no concept of bank in Islam clarifies, and we can very easily say that there are conventional banks which are lending and borrowing based institutions, and there are Islamic banks which are like trading and investment house, and the concept of bank applies to both of them. So we can have an Islamic bank and we can have an interest based conventional bank as well. Thank you.